How do you light candles for Rosh Hashanah? Well, first let's go through what you're going to need. You're going to need 2 candles, and these are traditional candles that really have been around for a very long time. These are the ones you usually see. Some people do prefer the smaller candles to put into their candlestick holders. That's fine too. Really, they have to burn for a minimum amount of time because you're lighting them before sunset. You want them to burn through into the holiday, which is after sunset. So you do need something that you know is going to burn for at least that amount of time, and the thin candles won't work. So you do want to get some of these thicker candles to put into your candlestick holder. The other thing you need are 2 candlestick holders, minimum of 2. Here's one set that's large, here's one set that's smaller. Really, the height doesn't matter at all. None of that matters. It's just you need a minimum of 2. Some people have a tradition to light as many candles as there are people in their family. Some people don't. But really, minimum 2, you're fine. So you've got your candles, you've got your candlestick holders. You're going to place them on a tray. And it's nice to have a silver tray because it's a holiday and it's always nice to dress up for the holiday. The white tablecloth is something else that's very nice to put on the table where your candles are going to be. This is all honoring the holiday, and that's why we're using some of the better things, the silver tray, the white. But you can, again, you can use anything. These are sitting on a black tray. That's fine too. Really, the idea is to separate the candles away from everything around it that is holiday. On one side, it's very safety. I mean, you've got the candles, which is burning fire, sitting on something that isn't flammable, and so there's a safety element. But that's not the Jewish reason. That's the very practical reason. The Jewish reason is that there's fire burning here, and so this domain is something that does not speak to the holiday, the Yontiv, in which we would not have a fire lit. We would not light a fire. So because we're lighting this fire, we're separating by putting a tray underneath. So you've got your candles, your candlestick holders, your tray, you have a white tablecloth, you've got your matches, which is really important for lighting the candles. And if you're a woman lighting and you're married, then it's traditional to have something that you're going to be able to put on your head because you're going to be saying blessings. And it is, according to Jewish law and within Jewish tradition, we know that a married woman will have something on her head when she's engaged in prayer. So once you have everything and you know you're ready, I think it's really important to know that you've created a place and space where you can now focus on what you're going to do. Because we're not just going to light candles and whip out a couple of blessings and, oh, we're done. This is something that has intent to it. It has very interesting and meaningful motions that go with it. And so you do want to give yourself time, stress-free, create that little space, that little place. And now you're ready to light your candles. So it involves 2 blessings on the first night of Rosh Hashanah. And we're going to go through the blessings. Again, cover your head if in fact you're a woman and you're married and you're lighting. You're then going to light the candles. And it really doesn't matter which you're lighting first, which you're lighting second. You just want to make sure that they're both going to catch well. The next thing that you do is, with your hands, you're going to 3 times draw the light of the candle towards you. This is what is done when lighting candles for any Jewish holiday, when lighting candles for Shabbat. The reason that we're doing this, one of the reasons, there's a lot of symbolism to the flame. We're now interested in the flame, not the candles anymore. It's the fire that is now speaking to us. And fire in Judaism is tremendously meaningful. It's symbolic of the flame within all of us, that divine spark that lies within everything created, your soul, your spirituality. And now you're going to draw that towards you because you want to create the relationship with it. When we make blessings on things we have relationships with. I can't light these candles across the room, stand all the way over here, and then make a blessing. I have no relationship with it. Usually we create a relationship by holding the object, but this is fire, so clearly I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to create my relationship again, 3 hand motions. Now I'm going to cover my eyes. I'm going to make 2 blessings, and then I'll come and explain the covering the eyes. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel yom tov. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu, v'kimanu, v'higianu lazman hazeh. Each part of what's taking place has symbols and meaning and tradition and ritual involved. Once I've created my relationship, I'm now going to cover my eyes. On the one hand, covering my eyes allows me that moment of focus, but there is a very technical reason as to why we're going to cover our eyes. Within Judaism, usually when we make a blessing and then do an action, the blessing comes first, because the blessing is the statement of our intention. So we state our intent, and then we do the action. But here I have a problem. Once I've made the blessing, the holiday has come in. I've welcomed it in. Once I've welcomed the holiday in, I can't light those matches anymore. So I cannot state my intention, bring the holiday in, and then light the fire. What I do is I light the fire first. I create the relationship, and then I create my barrier. I'm covering my eyes, closing myself off from the action I just did, so that I can welcome the holiday in. And once I've finished my blessings, and take a moment perhaps for personal prayer, because you've created your place and your space. Take a moment for personal prayer. And then remove your hands. And the first thing you should focus on now is the fire, because you've stated your intention, and now you're connecting with the action of the fire. Visual connections are actions in Judaism. So we've maintained what we need to do. The blessings create our intention, we say them, and then we connect with the action of looking at the fire. So again, just to go through it, now that we know even just the surface of the meaning of what we're doing, we have everything we need. We light the candles, cover our hair, 3 circular motions, cover the eyes, 2 blessings, personal prayer, focus on the fire. That is how we light the candles. The first blessing talks about how we've been commanded by God to light candles for a holiday. The second blessing is the Shehecheyanu. That's the one that thanks God for allowing us to exist and sustain ourselves to reach this moment, because last year we said the same blessing, and now a year has gone by. We say a Shehecheyanu for new things in our lives. It's a blessing that we can say very often when something new enters our lives. Now the question becomes the second night of Rosh Hashanah. Because the second night of Rosh Hashanah, I'm going to light those candles again. And I'm going to do exactly what I did before. Instead of lighting with a match, I will light from another flame. I will then light my candles. I will make one blessing, the first blessing, the one that said that God has commanded us to light these candles. And what about that second blessing, the Shehecheyanu? I'm going to hold off on that, because I'm going to look for a new fruit, usually a pomegranate. Something that has seeds, we like that because it's symbolic of many, many blessings for the new year. And now I can say my Shehecheyanu on my new fruit. So same 2 blessings, one on the candles, one on the new fruit. That's for the second day. That's lighting the candles for Rosh Hashanah. Beautiful, meaningful, definitely something that you should take a moment, orient yourself, and then immerse yourself in it.